Hi guys, this is going to be your What You Need to Know present reading. It's going to be messages, universal messages that you need to be aware of or that I need to address. Not all will resonate with everyone. I'm going to be picking a zodiac sign from the cards. I've just done Aquarius and Gemini, so check them out. You may have them in placements. I didn't say this with the last two, but I will be specific. It's going to be really for the next person or next zodiac sign that comes out. But I need to address that this particular reading is designed for your attention. This needs to be addressed for the individual watching it, relating to your sign itself. So people cross-watch, and by all means cross-watching does resonate a lot. However, in this case, I'm not focusing on anything in particular. It's mainly for the soul growth of the individual that needs to know the message. There could be relationships that come into the reading, but it doesn't have to be. It could be whatever messages come through are not subject to one specific area of your life. For example, Gemini was a relationship reading, so I have no intention to pick the actual reading to be specific. The messages deliver through my channeling, so just be aware of that if you are a cross-watcher, this is likely not to resonate with you, or you may not be able to decipher the messages for that individual and have that resonate with you and your life circumstances with that individual, if that makes sense. So yeah, so let's begin. What zodiac sign am I reading for, please? And the messages that they need to hear at present. Universal messages. Okay, we've got Scorpio coming out next. Alright, Scorpio, and underneath we've got Leo. Okay, that's the overall energy. It could be a person, it doesn't have to be. Like I said, I'm really delivering these messages based upon the soul growth of the individual, but you may have Leo placements in your chart. Well, you likely will have, but yeah, if it resonates as a person, then this could turn into a connection. It doesn't have to be romantic. Alright, so let's begin. I'm using the Siren Starseed Tarot, and once again, this could also resonate with those that are on the light worker or starseed journey. If you don't know what that means, you're likely either to look it up, and you may resonate, but people that the likes or consider themselves connected to the Acturians, the Pleiadians, the Andromedans, Lyrans, these messages are likely to be for those individuals, but doesn't have to be either. So don't try and make it fit. If it resonates, it resonates. If it doesn't, there's heaps of awesome tarot card readers that I can guarantee you will resonate with one of theirs. So, alright, Scorpio. What does Scorpio need to know at present, please? What does Scorpio need to know at present, please? Okay, the first message that I'm getting is actually got to do with, you know how you get the expression, there's no I in team? That is what's coming through. Alright, so this may be a need for you to make sure that you are allowing help at this time, but also giving just as much as you take, and making sure the books are balanced, or the energies are balanced in your current circumstances, because karma will play hard out in your life, I'm hearing, if you don't make those sacrifices necessary to make sure that those energies are returned, but also don't give too much of yourself if you're not getting anything in return deliberately, or if it's a malicious intent, whatever the case, you'll know. But yeah, just be selfless. There's no I in team. Alright. That was the Wheel of Fortune that I just seen, but I'll honour that. It's very much in line with what I just said. Karma, the wheel. But this one wants to talk first, so okay, indigo. There's an I in indigo. Okay, so manifestation. This is this come out in Gemini's reading. So you could be dealing with a Gemini, but you don't have to be. This is about manifestation. Let's have a look at the rest of the cards before I carry on. Alright, Scorpio. Sage of Orbs, which is virtually the Queen of Swords in the normal tarot deck, but it's read differently in this sense. So that could be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius again. Scorpio, what does Scorpio need to know at present? Okay, Seven of Flames is the central energy. Ace of Flames. The Shadow. This one is really already taking me a bit back a bit. Ten of Flames, yeah, taking me back. There has something has happened recently which has left you with a lot of doubt. You're wanting to rekindle that light within. Something has come into your world, has shaken it up. I'm seeing that it could be something that you thought was once stable, but it could have been a sense of immaturity. And I'm going to be completely honest, I feel like it could be a sense of immaturity at your end. And I'm not, Scorpio is one of my favourite signs. I'm a Taurus, so it's my opposite sign, and I find them very powerful. I'm not in any way judging. I'm not like that. But I am seeing that this could be a role played out on your behalf. A sense of immaturity. There was a realisation that you needed to shape up quickly. I'm just going to have a look at this Sage of Orbs. Okay, so I've heard ghost. Okay, so I'm feeling like there could be agitation around mental conflict at the moment. It's definitely left you feeling very much in a dark place. There's a real need for you to want to have protection at this time. That's the feeling, that's the anxiety that I'm getting from this particular card. You're trying to level out your emotional and mental state of self. You may be bound by rules and regulations at present that is like really testing your patience, and it could have caused something that in recent times has left you feeling powerless. And that's where it comes down to reaching out for the necessary help side of things. I feel like this is a sense of hopelessness. It could have been the likelihood of your actions that you had undertaken impulse, but you had manifested some sort of destruction in your life from not taking the right course of action in your agendas and or connections that you have in your environment. Now it feels like you're in a state of I don't know why I heard freelance, but that's, if it resonates, it's like you're feeling like nothing can touch me, but in my own mind you're like thinking, I don't want anything to touch me, because things are coming to realization that are quite severe. They feel like there's feeling very hopeless. Like, I just heard, you want to play with fire, you will get burned. Okay, but you're also giving me this sense that you're like rising above it in a sense, but still not tackling certain areas of your life that need to be addressed first. So there could be this cockiness and this this very courageous way of like dancing with the devil, and thinking that like it's almost like you've just lost all hope or faith in yourself and your next move. But your next move is the Ace of Flames. You have got that move. You have got that ability to be able to move forward from this dark place. But it's like you're stagnant in your mind. It's like you're very much put a halt on the further manifestation for your own good, and really taken a step back. Out of somewhere or another, something had happened for you to go, shit, alright, and then it may have caused like a switch. 1 minute everything was like full, fast paced, felt like you're on top of the world, maybe in a sense, but at the same time, it was like, kind of like what I said to Gemini, it was like repeating a pattern that you know wasn't good for you, but next minute you have just created another self-destruction, another atmosphere, another tower moment. And but in this particular scenario with you, Scorpio, I feel like you're just like, whoa, and like frozen, and really trying to understand, like, if I can't get myself out of this situation this time, I don't think that there's a way forward. But then it's like you dance with the devil again. It's like you're playing with fire. I mean, in my opinion, and this is my opinion, along with many others, but I won't speak on their behalf, Scorpio is one of the most powerful signs in the zodiac, and that's for one very prominent reason. They have the most incredible way of masking their deep emotions. A lot of people miss it. A lot of people have no idea. I'm an empath, and I pick up on energy on a subconscious level, and I've got a couple of close Scorpio mates that they're incredible. They're ingenious, like in so many ways, but they have had some really rough events play out in their life, really rough events, and I have seen some destructive thoughts, and all I want to do is run in and save them from that, because the power of the Scorpio individual, once they bring those wounds, those deep wounds, those Plutonian wounds to the surface, address them or acknowledge, address, and move forward from them. The patterns for Scorpio with that sense are still going to play out, and quite often, but rising above it each time makes them the masters of being able to give advice, being able to address issues that they see from a mile away that a lot of others can't, and that makes them uniquely powerful. So if in this time, Scorpio, you have been in a situation again where this one has left you a bit frozen-minded, like stagnant, but also very fearful of taking another step, but then playing with fire again, know that the fire will burn. It'll burn you out. You need to look to the light in a positive sense. You need to look for what you need to address right now, because the following card is the Shadow, and it's the last card. So I look at this, I don't look at a timeline with my cards, but the way this is sort of addressing to me, it's like it's progressing back to a really dark sense of self, going back right within, and probably never ever addressing the emotions again, essentially causing mental conflict, emotional problems, and all round no good for your well-being. And I can't stress enough that Scorpio is another really important sign, like the rest of them are, but we will learn a lot from the likes of a Scorpio, because once they harness their emotional side of things, they can give you the most life-changing advice that will resonate with you and be value to you later on in life, for the rest of your life. They are very much a teacher. Once you guys have addressed those emotions and brought them to the surface, understood them, allowed for the fact that they're going to happen again, and they're going to be the same concept probably time and time again, but it will ease off. It's just a hard placement to have. It's not a hard. It is a zodiac sign that has a powerful influence on the rest of us. So that's all I'll say about that particular scenario, but this is what is playing out. I feel it's like you're dancing with the devil because something come to a halt because of childlike or immaturity that you were well aware of, but it's left you back beyond square one. Like, and well, it could have the potential to anyway. So let's delve a little bit more into the astro side of things that are impacting your chart and ultimately you at present, because then I can give you some more insight about what's playing out for you at this time and how we can address to move forward, because it's really important for me to address this to these Scorpions that I'm reaching right now. I want to say time's up, but in the sense of make sure you address this one and tackle it head on and just learn that lesson, move into the white light, not the devil's light, because the shadow's there. Okay, I'm also hearing that the chest area. Okay, so if you've been having problems with your chest, like breathing and stuff, get that checked out as well. I don't like putting fear in anybody, and this is not about me going, oh my god, you have to go now, but I'm making this known to the people that may have had a little bit of worry and tension on their mind about certain health aspects relating to the breathing side of things, like gasping for breath. Go and get it checked out. Okay, alright, so Scorpio, what does Scorpio need to know in the astral energy relating to the Indigo and Sage of Orbs card? How do they connect? How do they connect for Scorpio for the astral energy? The 9th house. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. The 9th house is about the occult. It's about higher learning. This I'm seeing as a card of delving into the devil's work. Okay, so if you've even, okay, this is going in a different, this could be for a certain amount of people. If you've practiced black magic recently, not a good idea, not a good time, especially if you were not in the right frame of mind at that time. So addressing Ouija boards and stuff like that, just be mindful that you need to clear your energy. Sage yourself, keep on top of your negative mindset set and stay positive. Surround yourself with white light, and remember that that's essential to be practiced consecutively, because Mercury retrograde underneath as well. This could turn really bad for your mental side of things. Okay. It could be very much a 9th house is playing a prominent role, higher understanding that you need to address, and this catastrophe or this event or whatever is going on at present, learn from it and close it out, but learn it good and hard, because the 9th house is about philosophy and it's about the higher wisdom. It's Sagittarius, so it is about action in the previous learn and previous understanding of all the things that you have been through. This is going to help your emotional sense as well, I'm hearing, but you need to address the mental side of things and don't get caught up in your head into immature acts based upon the lower vibrations. So whether it be jealousy, whether it be just reaching a state of wanting to get back at somebody, whatever the case, you've already learned those lessons probably several times and recently, but this one here was like, oh, shape up, and understand that the emotions are what is driving this at the moment, I want to say. So whatever's like deep wounds that you haven't wanted to address, or maybe only addressed at certain times of your life and then quickly shut them down because they may be too painful, please understand that it is necessary for you to try your hardest in this sense, especially if you're having dark thoughts. Or please don't delve into black magic or dark magic or things that you don't know completely what you're doing. It will be the worst time possible for a backlash or something really, really horrible to happen. Okay, moving forward. Sun. Sun, okay, right. So I'm going to say this could be very much, I mean, I'm doing this for Scorpio Sun, but if it resonates in some area of your chart that you're aware of and you understand a little bit of astrology, then apply it where necessary. But this Sun card is coming out, so there's hope, but I also want to say, because following that is the 8th house. And the 8th house is Scorpio, and it's about death and rebirth. Okay, so this is giving me the indication that if you don't find that mindset in a constructive, positive way and understand what energies you are playing with it at the moment. South Node, life debts, karma. These are the patterns that you should have already learnt. Now, address this also. I want to take this in a real softer side. Address this with forgiveness for yourself, because that's essential for a Scorpio. You are a sensitive soul. You have a beauty, a real inner beauty about you, and you can get easily offended. So in no way am I trying to lash out and whip my own tail when it comes to the Scorpion sting. But if it's necessary for you to like wake up, then wake up, because this is the sort of shit that you don't want to come back again for and relive another whole Scorpionic type life again, because it will be more painful. A lot of people out there that I am resonating with right now, and also that I know on a personal level, wouldn't know exactly what I'm talking about. So make sure you address them with a higher vibration, higher mindset, a can-do attitude, but really addressing those deep wounds that you have there. Alright, 7 of Flames. Why is the 7 of Flames here for Scorpio? There's 7 of Flames here for Scorpio. The part of fortune. Okay, so yeah, this is also again once again this has got to do with addressing the patterns and whatnot, and understanding how to utilize the energies from previous successes as well as previous downfalls. But the part of fortune, I'm hearing also that this is very applicable to people that have part of fortune in Scorpio. Okay, so look that up if you know you understand a little bit about astrology. For those that don't really understand astrology so much, then just overlook what I'm saying. But by all means, have a look into part of fortune if you have Scorpio in that placement. Once again, you'd have to know your natal chart. But for those that do have that placement, check it out on Google or even on a YouTube video. There's something that's telling me you need to address that. This might give more reason, this might give more clarity about what's going on here. Now, I'm not an expert on astrology, and by no means am I trying to give false information. I have a pretty good understanding of stuff, but I won't comment so much on this card with the Scorpio placement because I haven't looked into it. So it's up to you to have a look yourself. This will be a very, what I'm getting is this is going to be a little bit more enlightening as to what needs to be addressed at this present time. And it could be very much to do with letting past love properly heal, forgiveness, understanding, compassion for yourself, loving yourself, and all those things. Easier said than done, but it is essential for your growth at this time. The shadow, what's the shadow here for? Okay, Saturn return. Okay, and we have air element communicating. So the shadow I'm seeing as the shadow self, as well as like the karmic return. So you need to address those inner depths of your emotion, those wounds that you don't want to delve into or have only touched on a little bit. Is really telling me that you need to set boundaries against your mental side of things. So don't let the brain win over this one. Let the emotions surface. Be around people that are supportive, non-judgmental. If it needs to be a counsellor, let that happen. But you as a Scorpio know at a fucking core which people you can ultimately confide in, and there will only be a very certain few. But you need to address the emotions, but have a balanced state of mind. This is a really crucial reading for you guys, because this is a tough time. This is something that is not easily. It's not easy for me to even say, because I'm not a Scorpio, but I do understand. I've got a very close mate of mine who I love dearly, and he's one of the most powerful individuals I've ever met. But I've also seen a side that it frightens me as a person, because like, as much as he's opening up to me, it's not even scratching the surface. So please just take that with sensitivity, but also just keep your positive mindset. Surround yourself with white light and protect your energy. Steer clear from people that you know are just being advantageous, like wanting to just take from you. They are the sort of people that are going to send you into a spiral. Lunar eclipse change card. Okay, that's a card that it says exactly what I'm saying here. There is external energies, and they are likely to be energies that you cannot see either. Believe it or not, there is such a thing as ghosts. That's my opinion. Shouldn't preach, but if you're in a negative mindset, you will attract negative energies on different realms, lower vibration. So please remember to stay focused. Get out of the house, take a walk, some deep breaths. Coming out of the comfort zone for you is not completely easy, and I get that, but even if it's just a couple of steps outside, a big deep breath in, releasing big deep breath of white energy, filling the lungs, expanding the stomach, and releasing the negative by visualizing in your mind grey smoke. You're releasing negative. You're inhaling white, positive, releasing negative. Okay, and if you can't go that far, if you don't feel like you can go that far, a couple of steps outside, do those couple of things, then return back in and try to see that one little instance as you've just made progress. You've just made that one step in progress, no matter how fucking non-essential or like it doesn't actually make a difference. It actually does. It just takes time, and these things do take time. And I know that one thing that everybody struggles to face is time and heal and all that sort of stuff. And because everything is race at a million miles an hour at the moment with Aquarius, it's about sudden change, and you need to be able to understand to keep up with it for your own sake. So I really say that with some heartfelt love right now to those that I'm connecting with. I feel like you have almost given up. You've got the power to be able to change the world. You really do, and I can't stress that enough. But yeah, that's all for this reading. I don't want to delve too much into it. At the same time, it's essential for me to say that if you are having thoughts that are dark and you're not feeling completely okay, please see a doctor, or please see where you need to be able to move forward, because I cannot comment on medical side of things. All I can say is that there is help out there, and I've been in that state of mind quite recently. So yeah, that is essential for me to say, and all I'm going to do is love you and leave you, and hopefully you take on this loving advice. Much love.